people that I care about are my two children, to an extent of like caring about how like they view our situation and our happiness in our life. And then other than that, the only person I have to make happy is myself. If you're living your life for other people and doing every single thing else for somebody else, you're just gonna live a really miserable life. And trust me, I've tried it before. It's not my cup of tea. Oh, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank y'all for all the love. Why don't you use the big cup? This is a big cup. I'm not getting married again. I tried that one time, and then I just said a while ago, I said that I had a dream, and that Kevin told me last night that he would never marry me. So, and I think that that is true. I think that's going to come true. 30. But yeah, I tried that whole marry thing one time, and I have not. I've been divorced for almost 6 years, so that was a no-go for Michaela. No, I don't. I'm just very country. I have a very deep accent. No, I'm not. Marriage is grand. A divorce is 100 grand. What? I'm confused. So does that mean it's better or worse? Hey, Danny, I see you now. You're my number 2 viewer. What is up? I haven't seen you comment, but I do see you up there as my number 2 viewer. Yes, I know. Exactly. It's just too much. I'm not cooking anything for breakfast. If you're new up here, I do the same thing for myself. Every morning for breakfast, I eat a cinnamon raisin bagel and I drink a protein shake. And that will change randomly, but that is just what I'm drinking right now. But yeah, it will change. I've been doing that for like 4 months now, and then I'll get sick of it, and then I'll just like switch to something else. I was like on this egg and spinach and tomato little thing for a while. It just depends on just my what I feel like. This is not a small cup of coffee. It really is though. I don't drink a lot of coffee because I have anxiety. So this is literally, it's the 8 ounce. I make my coffee the same way every single day. I get really weird about it, but yeah. It's an F and Rose. I'm gonna type that in my TikTok bio, just because I feel like people who do watch my lives every day probably get tired of me saying it. And I don't want to irritate anybody as far as like everything being the same, even though we're all about consistency here. We can't use the other ones. We got to use these. Thank you, Danny, for all the roses. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh gosh, I sat on my hair. His up here on TikTok, it's Simple Economics. His name's Kevin. He lives in New York. I live in Eastern North Carolina. He lives in New York. I've heard bad things about guys in New York and not to date them, and that it's a terrible idea, especially long distance because there's so many people in New York. But we're still together. Don't come up here and break my heart. Thank you. Aw, thank you. South Carolina, awesome. Brooklyn, New York. Oh, I was just literally in New York through Thanksgiving. I might go at the end of December again. I'm not sure. What's your favorite part about New York? Did you grow up there in New York, in Brooklyn, or did you move there? My favorite thing to do is visit really cute coffee shops in NY when I go. So if you have any really cool coffee shops that you have seen on Instagram or have been to or love, please let me know. There's one, I'd have to go back on my little travel page and see what the exact name of it is, because we've been to so many in the past 2 years. But leaving New York is the best part. I will admit that I absolutely love New York while I'm there, and like driving into the city is so beautiful. It's just like, it's a little magical to me because I grew up in Pink Hill, North Carolina. So I grew up in a town that has one stoplight, and literally you can stand on one of the buildings and see the whole entire fucking town. And it's just like the smallest of the smallest. And so, and I grew up there my entire life. So to go and to see New York for the first time last year at the beginning of the year, it was like, wow, you know, to me. But I can't, it's too much. It's too much. I'll stay there for a little while, and then I'm like, I'm ready to go home because there's just so many people. It's so much. Born and raised in New York, nice. You went to New York for the first time this year too. It was absolutely amazing. Yeah, I know. I mean, I've had the best time. I have gone actually quite a bit because Kev lives there. So the first time I went, though, we stayed in a really nice, like all glass room hotel. It was super cool, right in the middle of the city. But most of the time now when I go, I just go to his house and stay, which he lives in Long Island. But yeah, so I've had the chance to go a lot in the past 2 years. But the thing about it is, when I go, it's really magical getting there. Like, it's just a total change of scenery and life. And like, I love the nightlife. And I'm not saying the nightlife, party life, because I don't drink and I don't party or whatever. But I did go to Lavo the last time I was there. But that's because we met up with some friends that are partiers. But that, I just like going out and exploring and seeing all the cool things that they have to offer there. I've heard that a lot of my neighbors are from New York and New Jersey. A lot of people here where I live come to live here from New York. And I know so many people that say that they enjoy. I met a guy the other night, and he came from New York, and he said that he's lived in LA and New York and here where I live now, and he said that it is by far better than any of those places. He said, yes, those places have great things to offer, and they are wild and fun, and they are definitely somewhere that you should go and see and travel to and experience. But as far as living, he said that this is his favorite place. But to each their own. Everybody is different. I know Kevin's brother loves the city. He lives right in the city. Like, he don't own a car. Like, he lives that full city life. Kevin lives out in Long Island, so, you know, like, he has a car. He enjoys being out in a neighborhood and then being able to drive to the city whenever he can. I don't know. It's just different for everybody. It just depends on who you are, like what you like and what you want to do. Carolinas are beautiful. The beaches are beautiful here. I think every place has their really great areas and their really bad areas. It's just, I do hope to have an experience to live in New York for like a year or two. But it not right now. Like, it would probably be in 10 years from now. And that's if it's still like afloat. Don't come for me in the conspiracy theories. How are you drinking a coffee at 6 p.m.? She was like, do you want to have insomnia all night? Do you not want to sleep? Like, do you want to have anxiety? But it wasn't that. Like, I kind of, for some reason, was really craving wine yesterday. And I was not even a big wine drinker when I was drinking. Like, I love tequila and Corona. and like straight liquor, but for some reason, I don't know what it was. Like I just wanted wine, and it was so weird. And then also when I separated from my husband years ago and the kids started leaving on the weekends, I would work all the time and I would do schoolwork, but I would also drink a lot, and it just like passed by the time, and it was kind of like a habit for me. And the kids haven't really been leaving a lot over the past year. They've been staying with me more, and so, which they always have. I mean, I got sole custody of them. They stay with me all the time. I have them 99% of the time. But anyways, it's, I guess when I knew that they were about to leave, and they haven't been leaving me recently at all, I just was kind of going back to old habits, subconsciously, I guess you could say. I don't know. But yeah. Thank you for the fire emojis. But yeah, either way, that was my reason for drinking it. I'm sorry I went on a little rant there, but that was my reason for drinking the coffee at 6 p.m. because it was just something else for me to drink besides water and cranberry ginger ale, and I was able to sit there and enjoy it and watch my movie, which is something I would have done, you know, a year and a half ago, but it would have been with a tequila bottle beside my bed and a Corona or whatever. Hey, thank you, Joseph, for sharing the live. Is anybody else still drinking coffee with me? I have about a half a cup left. I'm really enjoying it this morning. Oh, thank you. Yeah, no, I'm super comfy with my little Christmas. I am just all matching. I mean, the couch, the headband, the plaid PJs. I'm just enjoying this. My whole head, look, then that's a big cup because I got a big head. Diet Mountain Dew. Oh, Danny, why? For what reason? I like milk with coffee, though. You don't like... What? I'm so confused. It's fine. That just means we're smarter. That's all it means. That bow, though. Do we like the bow? It's my favorite. And I just ordered every color. I've got one for y'all every day for the year of 2023. Y'all will see the bows. I mean, I see these girls wearing them all the time, and I'm just like, what in the world? Like, but, and I would never, I pass by them all the time in the store, never thought about buying one, never cared to buy one or anything. But when I started doing the Christmas PJ lives with my coffee, I'm like, okay, I'm going to go shopping, and I did, and I was not looking for no headbands. I see them all the time, like I said, but I walked in Ulta and the freaking plaid bow was up there, and I'm like, oh, I gotta get it. We're just gonna see what it looks like. And I just knew that it wasn't gonna be my thing because headbands and headgear or whatever you want to call it is not my thing. But I put it on, and I'm like, I'm gonna wear one, and I'm gonna buy every color. Thank you. I like the bow. It makes me happy. And just the fact that now I really enjoy taking my makeup off and putting it on with these things, because I understand why girls do it now. Before, it's like, oh, it couldn't make that big of a difference, but I'm telling you, it makes a huge difference. Like, I don't have to pull my hair back and put it in a ponytail. I've said this plenty of times up here too, but it... do I know? I'm not going to say that word because TikTok is really weird, but yes, I do. I have no issues with